Okay, we've started actually. Annie maneuvers. And Annie maneuvers again. I don't think I've actually seen this matchup before. How do both sides play this? Well, okay, so you have Party Wagon Little and Annie over Mississippi Queen. It's always nice when you can do that. And technically, if you can play the blue invention early, I'm thinking about that. Annie damage is mitigated a bit, but you have no during combat cancels. Which I mean, it's not really a problem against Annie, who has mostly after combat effects. You can't stop bottom dealing, but that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's just one card, unless I'm missing something. Donnie wants Annie to attack, but Charlie could still maneuver attack from range if Annie wants to do that. So I think here for Donnie, you do have two bow staff, so technically you have like 6 auto damage without recursion. Both guys are at 14 HP, so it has to be a Lanyap to deal 2 damage extra. Maybe defend with bow staff? Okay. So it's a weird situation for Annie. Takes 1 and then... Okay, I'll take 2. It does like an overdraw situation though, which is a bit funny. But I think it's fine. It's the same situation as like the earlier game, that if you don't think it's going to a fatigue situation, then it doesn't matter. And actually, long shot, I forgot about this. So I don't think this is a bad card to actually keep, right? Charlie attacks from range, it's a 5. That Donnie can't cancel. So I'm thinking that there's a world where Donnie wins mostly through party wagons, and then you loop them through thinking ahead. But then you'd have to bait out the force. Otherwise, you win over everything else from Annie, aside from Better Together. Oh, we have another copy. Perfect. It's not quite the Master of the Hunt, since you don't have the yellow invention online. But playing it right now is not that bad either, since you actually have fodder for a massive combo turn later with Smoke Bomb. Okay, just a bait attack. I mean, doesn't make much sense, I think, still to attack with the attack invention. Although technically playing it as the first one isn't that bad. Yeah, it works, it works. So technically you could move Charlie, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you could do that. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. And you could still attack Donnie and put Charlie next to her. Or you could attack with Charlie anyway. I don't think you could from that position. Well, Charlie can attack from this position, not in the same zone. So maybe you do another overdraw discard, which isn't the worst thing, honestly. But it's technically wasted value. You're wasting turns, rather. I think that's the important thing. Less about the cards and more about the action economy. So yeah, you attack Metalhead here. I think it's going to be a bottom dealing. Yeah, okay. Quick strike. Two damage to Metalhead. So right now, no damage dealt still towards Annie and Charlie. But let's see how long that lasts. Technically, Metalhead could maneuver attack Charlie here now, if that's what Donnie wants to do. But I'm wondering if maybe it's like one of those matchups like what Beefsteak did earlier with the Bigfoot matchup, where you just try to rush Annie down. But this is fine. Technically, if Charlie defends with a 4, the exact same thing. It's a defense that Annie would have played anyway. Maybe you attack with thinking ahead, but it doesn't really do anything. I wonder if this is actually going to be untested enhancements, because damage to Charlie, I'm not sure if it means that much. But okay, no. In this case, attacking Charlie, he didn't deal any damage to Charlie, so no wasted value from Donnie. Although if Annie thinks that keeping Charlie alive is the win con in this matchup, I think she's pretty happy with that too. Maybe actually what Donnie's trying to do here, you could just keep going after Charlie, and Annie can't really get a +2 since one Lanyap doesn't take her out below Donnie's HP just yet. Maybe you do just try to go after Charlie, actually. Just maneuver attack again. Because Annie either defends with any cards or Charlie dies. Or I guess Charlie could defend with a draw 2 there, but it's just draw 2. I think this is going to be untested. Oh, it just gain 2 actions. It's going to be untested. If Annie swaps, I think Donnie doesn't really mind that either. Then he could pivot and try to go after Annie instead. Although right now, this does mean that you don't have attack invention online if you're going to attack with untested enhancements right now. So very mildly less scary. Gonna be 6. Oh, it's just a 5. Still have one more action. Maybe you attack with thinking ahead. Just a very, very greedy thinking ahead. Okay, maneuver instead. It's fine. Technically right now with 6 cards for Annie, a bit of value stuff there, but Annie's so up in deck that technically she could just run. No, she could just double maneuver here actually. Discard 1 card, any attack. Maybe you can just play for fatigue actually. Yeah, Donnie actually goes center-ish rather than to the left side of the board. Maybe he's anticipating Annie to actually consider just running away. But okay, actually Annie wants to go in. Lanyap doesn't quite deal the +2 as of this moment. So I don't think Donnie has to be too concerned with this attack. Yeah, oh, okay, good. Good cancel from Annie actually. Yeah, perfect. I think that was actually perfectly read by Giroette. And hello, Age of Snow. Yeah, that was a really, really good cancel there from Annie. Oh, that's unexpected though. Okay. Now, well, honestly, maybe it's not that bad actually. Annie wants to go lower HP so she can actually threaten some damage into Donnie. Although I guess like, ooh, one could argue that Annie doesn't really need to deal much damage anymore, but I think it's fine. Although thinking ahead does trigger. So Donnie can't be too sad about that. Or maybe you just recur this one, no? Shift focus recur, actually, what? I've never seen that card ever be recurred. Thinking ahead or Donnie does machines. So, okay. Wondering what the angle is there. I mean, the discard pile isn't that nice right now. I don't think you really want to recur untested enhancements. And quick strike, I mean, if you went through your deck long enough, you're probably approaching fatigue. So I think I would have taken back the 5, but let's see if that shift focus comes back to be useful. Maybe just keeping it as like as an attack later. A disengage attack. 1 feint down for Annie means that shift focus attack means that likely to trigger. Likely to push Annie away and force her to boost later. So Lanyap is online now. Oh. Okay, so we do cancel it. But I don't. Okay. Oh, so we don't cancel it. Okay. So okay. Annie, yeah, it's fine. Although in that case, if you don't cancel it, even though you've shown that you could, because Annie was showing the 2 pearls there in her hand, it is technically quote-unquote a wasted attack. But I don't think it should be that significant. Though it does mean right now that I think electro grenades can be cancelled. And okay, Giroette got disconnected. I don't think it's necessary to boost. Or maybe it was necessary to boost, I don't know. Really unfortunate there actually that thinking ahead didn't have anything good to recur. No party wagons or anything to bring back to the deck. So usually like triggering 1 thinking ahead is a massive thing for Donnie. Or not, I mean it's a significant thing. But with a shift focus recursion there, it ended up kinda being meh, honestly. Say that right now Annie's in pure survival mode, but I think Donnie really needs to trigger that attack invention. And then no more cancels mean that the last untested enhancements can deal up. Well, there's still swaps for Annie. So maybe that's like a reason that you actually want Charlie taken out. And then the swaps are just blank trees. And then you can just try to burst Annie down. Because with 2 party wagons, technically, you just need to deal 7 damage. Maybe do maneuver attack here, attack Charlie with Mental Head. Okay, I think there's going to be attack invention. If this is the swap, technically Charlie will still live at 1 HP. But yeah, you really need to trigger the attack invention anyway. So this is fine. Yeah, Giroette checks the inventions there. Wondering what it could be. No more cancels means that it's going to be a 6. Oh, queen. 4 damage. I think that's pretty good for Donnie. Yeah, you can't. The Beefsteak. No, actually, I'm thinking that maybe there's a world there where you actually keep one of the untested enhancements there, because taking it back isn't that bad with Donnie Dust machines. Okay, well, anyway, Annie maneuver attacks. Let's block off this path here. Makes it a bit awkward for Donnie to run after this. Maybe actually you have a bow staff here. Would be great. You'll take 3 damage, but that's fine. If it is a lanyap. I'm thinking it'll be a lanyap. But I don't think Donnie has bow staff actually. Any attack. Any defense will do. Except for sheer focus. It's all going to be force. Yeah, okay, 3 damage. It's fine. And you draw 1, so you keep up in cards. I think Annie might be a bit hesitant now to activate Danyap. Taking damage is a bit spooky. You've already played 2 Mississippi Queens, both suboptimally. I guess those were the only defenses that Annie had at the time. Yeah, I do think that Annie does have the swap right now. 2 actions still for Donnie. Taking back Turtle Power. I think actually thinking ahead wouldn't be that bad. Because if Annie does swap... Okay, no swap. Well, that's perfect then. You get the boost Turtle Power. Yeah, okay. I think if you can, you boost 3 here. But boost 2 will also work. It does only deal 1 damage effectively. But it's fine. So no more untested. Although I wouldn't have minded seeing that actually be played as an attack instead. But now Donnie has 2 party wagons. Take back Turtle Power. Okay, that's fun. I guess Donnie's thinking that if there was no swap, if no swap happened for the first attack, maybe no swap in hand actually. But okay, it's another 4. You boost this for sure though. If you have a boost 3, then you'd have Party Wagon lethal, right? Oh, yeah. Now you just run and hope that hope that this doesn't heal anymore. And Donnie's gonna find those Party Wagons very, very quickly. Just checking that they weren't actually already in the banished zone. Actually, I think as Donnie here, double maneuver doesn't quite guarantee, but I don't think Donnie put the Party Wagons at the bottom of the deck. So double maneuver here just works if you don't have it already. So maybe Annie actually just wants to swing here and then take her chances. Maybe you can get to kill Donnie right now, but even a full value Lanyap undefended won't kill. And I think Donnie defends with bow staff. But I mean, 1 damage doesn't really mean anything anymore when 2 Party Wagons are lethal. Okay, so we don't have Party Wagon. We do see Donnie maneuver here. Although maybe we just drew both of them. Now, Party Wagons is again an action. And then 1 more. We do have it. GG's. Okay. Yeah, well played for both guys there. This the matchup. It doesn't seem like the matchup has any real gimmicks or interactions. Both guys just kind of fight each other. So yeah, cool game. GG's. If you'd like to support the channel, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee or my Pixel by ePlayment pages down below. And if you like the content you just saw, make sure to check out the other videos on my channel. Like and subscribe, and see you next time.